When a TV show ends, it's not just the storylines or the characters that we say goodbye to. It's the comfort of a familiar world, the laughter and tears we shared, and the routine of tuning in week after week. The end of a show marks the closing of a chapter that became part of our daily lives. It's more than just a final episode. It's the end of an era, a moment that lingers in the hearts of everyone who watched. For the cast and crew, it's saying goodbye to a second family, to friendships built over years of working side by side, and to a place that felt like home. Caroline Sunshine's farewell in 2013 was a moment fans felt deeply. Her departure was more than just a scene. It was a real, heartfelt goodbye that resonated with everyone who had followed her journey. She brought energy and kindness to her role, making her character feel like a friend you could always count on. Her warmth and positivity lit up the screen, leaving a lasting impression on viewers and colleagues alike. Watching her leave was like closing a beloved chapter in our own lives. It was a bittersweet moment, filled with gratitude for the memories and sadness for what was ending. Her departure wasn't just about a show ending, it was about a young person moving on from years of laughter, learning, and growth. It was a transition, both for her and for everyone who had grown up watching her. For Caroline, the set was her world, filled with hard work, unforgettable memories, and friendships that would last a lifetime. Every day brought new challenges and joys, shaping her into the person she is today. Fans shared in her goodbye, reflecting on favorite moments and feeling the bittersweet end. Social media lit up with messages of support, gratitude, and nostalgia as people everywhere remembered the joy she brought into their lives. It reminded us that even the best stories have a final scene, and that every ending is a chance to cherish what came before. Caroline's journey inspired millions, and her goodbye was a thank you to everyone who watched her grow. She showed us that moving forward can be both emotional and empowering. The connection between actors and their audience is what makes television magical. It's a shared experience, a bond that goes beyond the screen and into our hearts. Her farewell was a powerful reminder of that bond and of the impact one person can have on so many lives. We all felt the weight of that goodbye, knowing it was the end of something special, but also the beginning of new possibilities. But it was also a celebration of everything she accomplished, and a tribute to the joy she brought to so many. Caroline's goodbye was heartfelt, marking the end of an era and the start of new adventures, for her and for all of us who watched her shine. Caroline's final day on set was filled with emotion. The air was thick with anticipation and nostalgia, as everyone knew this was a moment they'd remember for years to come. The usual hustle was replaced by quiet reflection and heartfelt goodbyes. Instead of rushing between takes, people paused to soak in the atmosphere, cherishing the familiar sights and sounds of the set. Crew and cast shared hugs, laughter, and a few tears, savoring every last moment. There was a sense of unity, as if everyone was holding on to the memories they'd created together. There was cake, photos, and stories from years together. Old jokes resurfaced, and friends reminisced about the challenges and triumphs they'd faced as a team. Caroline made sure to thank everyone, from directors to wardrobe. She expressed her gratitude to each person who had helped bring the show to life, knowing how much their dedication mattered. Her co-stars, her second family, huddled together, promising to stay in touch. They exchanged heartfelt words, vowing that distance wouldn't break the bonds they'd formed. The final scene was filmed, and reality set in. This chapter was truly ending. The clapperboard snapped shut for the last time, marking the close of an era. Applause echoed as Caroline stood on set, taking it all in with a tearful smile. She looked around, her heart full, as her friends and colleagues celebrated her journey. The familiar props and faces meant the world to her. Every corner of the set held a memory, every object a story she would carry with her. It was a bittersweet, beautiful goodbye. The emotions in the room were overwhelming, a mix of sadness and gratitude for the time they'd shared. The love and respect in the room spoke louder than words. It was clear that these connections would last long after the cameras stopped rolling. It was the perfect end to an unforgettable journey, one that would live on in their hearts forever. On set, friendships are everything. On set, friendships are everything. On set, friendships are everything. Caroline and her co-stars became more than colleagues, they were best friends. They supported each other through long days, shared laughs, and made memories beyond the cameras. Movie nights, prank wars, and inside jokes turned the set into a second home. Caroline's kindness shone in small moments, like cheering up a friend on a tough day. These bonds were genuine, lasting even after the show ended. They promised it wasn't goodbye, just see you later. Their support for each other's new adventures proved the strength of their connection. The friendships Caroline made were the greatest gift from her time on the show. Those memories and bonds will last a lifetime. Caroline's final words on set were simple, heartfelt, and unforgettable. As the cameras stopped rolling and the lights dimmed, a hush fell over the set, everyone waiting to hear what she would say. The atmosphere was thick with emotion, and even the most seasoned crew members felt the weight of the moment. She thanked everyone for making her dreams come true and called the set her second home. Her voice trembled with emotion as she looked around at the faces she had grown to love, expressing how much each person meant to her. To her co-stars, she said they were like family, sharing memories and gratitude. She recalled inside jokes, late-night rehearsals, and the laughter that filled the dressing rooms, making every day special. She acknowledged the entire crew, from directors to catering, for their hard work and support. No role was too small in her eyes, and she made sure every contribution was recognized. Her words were genuine, filled with appreciation for every person who made the show possible. She spoke of the long hours, the shared challenges, and the triumphs they celebrated together. Caroline ended with, "This isn't goodbye, it's just see you later." Her smile reassured everyone that their bond would last beyond the final scene. "A part of me will always be here." Her words lingered in the air, echoing through the now quiet soundstage, a gentle reminder of the memories they had created together. Her farewell was full of hope, warmth, and love. She encouraged everyone to keep chasing their dreams and to cherish the friendships they had built. It turned a sad moment into a celebration of their shared journey. Laughter and tears mixed as the cast and crew realized how much they had accomplished together. Her positive outlook inspired everyone in the room. People left feeling uplifted, grateful to have been part of something so special. Caroline's goodbye reflected her sunny spirit and left a lasting impression. Her kindness and gratitude would be remembered long after the set was packed away. It was a perfect send-off for a remarkable chapter, one that would be cherished by everyone who was lucky enough to be there. Years later, Caroline Sunshine's story still resonates. She showed us how to embrace change with grace and positivity. Her journey proves it's okay for dreams to evolve and new chapters to begin. Caroline's kindness and professionalism left a lasting legacy. She inspires young people to stay humble, grateful, and true to themselves. Her move into public service showed you can make a difference beyond the screen. Caroline's story is about resilience, heart, and authenticity. Her farewell wasn't just an ending, it was the start of something new. She reminds us to cherish memories, value friendships, and look forward to what's next.